Is it true that you would need a organization like this, like Mobile Link Foundation or Torch Bearers, for a country like Pakistan where natural calamities actually do tend to take place? Was that the reason that this was set up?
The Torch Bearers are not just there to work during calamities. We actually have a very stringent program where we are giving back to the community even in daily works. The foundation focuses on areas of environment, health and education. So our volunteers and torch bearers actually go out to schools and they spend time with these children over there. They help teach them, or they go to old folks' homes and spend time with people who are deserving. And it's about compassion and humanity and connecting with people.
And empathy, actually, feeling it as well. That is lovely. Where did you go? I mean, I want to, because whenever somebody comes, I want to know their participation, their personal participation as well.
I had actually, mine is an interesting story. We tried to actually go out to Nowshera during the initial days of the flooding to go and actually assess the area. However, we got stuck on the motorway because there were some protests over there and there was a huge convoy that had to be blocked off. So we were stuck there for a couple of hours. We eventually had to turn back and go back the next day. So Nowshera is the area that I personally visited.
That you went to. I was reading up in the newspapers, obviously a lot of corporations, not just Mobile Link, but a lot of corporations are, helping out as well. But recently as well, this is again an ongoing process where winter clothes were distributed for 7,000 flood affected individuals.
Yes, this was our most recent
I think this was like last week or something.
Exactly. Just last week we've concluded the distribution of warm clothing, because as we understand, women and young children, infants, they are the most vulnerable to the elements. We've had a very harsh winter. In fact, it's still going on. And these people are homeless. Their possessions, their clothes, everything has been washed away. So what we decided to do was go to the Pakistan Vocational Institute and have them volunteer and stitch clothes free of cost. So we procured the material from the market, gave it over to the Vocational Institute. They made the clothes, and then our volunteers and torch bearers went out to these far-flung areas in Pir Sabak and Muzaffargarh and distributed clothes to these deserving and needy Pakistanis.
Oh, lovely. Perfect. So that is also, the way you can, thinking out of the box, I would say, and the things that you can do. What is planned for the future as well?
Well, as I mentioned, currently we are in the process of constructing 60 homes across Pakistan. We will be launching 20 homes in Sindh, inshallah, at the end of this week or early next week, depending as soon as we can finalize the vendor. And then there will be 20 homes in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa as well as in Punjab.
And Umar, how long does it take? Because obviously we are talking about people who have been stranded for months anyway.
You see, the idea is preparedness is something that is key. One mustn't rush to something and then do something half-hearted. So the idea was to coordinate with the WHO, with the UN and other organizations and agencies to find out a house design which is suitable to the needs of the people, because the family structures in villages is different from what we see in urban centers. And then also to develop houses which are sustainable and long-term and flood resistant. So God forbid if there is something like a calamity like this again in the future, which we hope not, these houses are able to sustain themselves during that onslaught.
Just like after the earthquake in 2005, the construction that took place after that was also, at least they tried to make it earthquake proof.
Exactly. So you see, the idea is you must have learnings from the disaster. While I mean there is devastation over there, there is hope that's kindled in these people's eyes. When we go down to these villages, you see them to be still so excited even though they've lost everything. So that hope must remain alive. And the idea is to go back and touch out to them and sort of reinforce that hope within them.
Yeah, not just obviously, and they would welcome you because you are coming there to help them. What about support from other people in Pakistan? I mean, we are talking about celebrities, and do they come forward? Do they want to join hands?
We've actually had tremendous support from our brand ambassadors, Ali Zafar, Wasim Akram. They came on board and said, what can we do? So they gave their time, and we made television commercials, again to entice customers to try and contribute. We had thousands of customers who donated through a special SMS code 616 on our network, where you could type flood and donate 10 rupees per SMS. We were able to raise over ₹1 million just from that SMS campaign and put that to good use. Then again, the salary donations and the personal donations that people have put in, whether it was through time or through money, I mean, it's been reinforcing. It's been incredible.
Does it help, and I'm glad you're here, I can ask you, does it help to have famous faces and everything to actually lure people into donating more?
I wouldn't say luring, but it does motivate people, because if you see an icon and an idol putting in their time and effort, then people are motivated. Then, if they can do it, why not I? And then when you take these icons to these affected areas, and the locals over there see heroes that they've seen on television actually in their villages, again, that reinforcement of hope is a very important, very important.
Omar, would it come close to anything like, you know, we have seen international celebrities even coming to Pakistan. There was Angelina Jolie who came and, you know, donating their money. And do we see that the scale of compassion that we see abroad here in Pakistan as well? And obviously you've been meeting people.
Compassion, yes. And as I was saying earlier, Pakistanis generally, we're a very emotional race, and we're very connected to each other. I mean, there might be issues and everything in our society, but when it comes down to a disaster or any issue, you will see this nation galvanize and come together as one, and everybody wants to do their effort. We've seen it in the past, we saw it in the floods, and inshallah going forward we'll continue to see this.
Isn't it sad? Sometimes I think that we are more connected and more united when there are calamities around us.
And in cricket.
Yeah, in cricket as well, but not that too these days. I don't know what is happening with cricket, but anyway, wishing them luck.